All right, friends, welcome back to another episode here at I forget which channel I'm on. The Growing Pro. If you didn't know, we have 4 other channels. This is our only camera-based channel. I am Coach Hargains. I'm an addiction recovery and bodybuilding coach for 27 years. But I've also been in the entertainment industry, immersed on both sides of the camera as a model, actor, musician, touring artist, producer, engineer, photographer, videographer, model. Did I say that already? I've done it all. And I love toys and gear. Just love it. Love toys and gear. And so, guys, today I just wanted to get on here and talk to you a little bit. A lot of people have been asking about my Sigma FP. Why I chose to go with the Sigma FP for my run and gun work. Now, I do a lot of run and gun work. That is mostly what I do. Sometimes we are literally chasing someone down the street, and so this is what I want in my hand. I'm not crazy about this wooden grip here by Excelsius, but the Excelsius cage itself is hands down, by far, the best cage for the Sigma FP. Number one, because it has mounting options everywhere on this cage. Every square inch of this cage has a mounting option. Number two, because it has so many additional accessories. For instance, the cable locks. Oh my gosh, I have every accessory for it. Well, it has a ton of accessories, and I love them all. It's great. But because I can go from this right here, my Sigma FP, recording with the Sigma batteries that do suck, so I keep 7 or 8 of them on hand at all times, onto an SD card in MOV, in my favorite color profile, powder blue, get a phenomenal image, have a monitor on here like the Portkeys PT5 Mark II, get my ambient noise. Here we've got a Sennheiser MKE 200, and it is light as can be. I've got a good grip on it. I usually do have a little strap that goes on here that goes around my wrist, just in the event that I do drop it or need to swing it, which I have had to once. I believe only once. But this is my run and gun rig as it is typically used. Now, as you can see, I'm not very delicate with my things. And that camera has not been babied. It has been beaten. Now, this is the sled that goes on the top of the tripod. Manfrotto plate slides onto one of these many amazingly affordable tripods that I have told you guys all about. Go watch the video on that because, guys, I collect them at this point. I've got 4 behind me, 1, 2, 3 in front of me, 2 in bags over there. They're made by NEEWER. Go watch the video because they're on Amazon, and I think you'll be shocked at the quality and the price. Phenomenal quality. Excuse me, guys. My allergies are just raging today. Manfrotto plate. I've got my rods if I need them. If I do want to put a follow focus on with, for instance, one of my SLR Magic or Cine lenses. Now, this stays on the tripod. I'm running, running up, get to the tripod, get there, mount it right on. It's on in seconds. If I have to, I'll swap out a battery real quick. Even if my battery is at like 50%, I'll put a new battery in real quick, pop it on the tripod, flip the monitor around. We'll swap out. We have, goodness, where is it? I put it on my GH6 the other day for a project, and it's this D handle right here. Got that off Alibaba for $26, $25. And typically what I do is I keep one of my Beachtek DXA Micro Pro or Micro Pro Plus XLR adapters right there on the front, just locked in. And so I've got XLR audio right there, 2 stereo channels, 48 volt phantom power, headphone input, headphone control, and this D handle, and typically the D handle will not be on the GH6, it just is for this particular project, but that D handle will slide right onto another tripod with a Manfrotto plate. So I have my XLR audio right there on a secondary tripod. And then we use whatever audio we're going to use, whether it's a talking mic or it's wireless transmission. But it's that simple, guys. I keep trying to simplify things for everyone out there. And if you haven't caught on yet, that's the goal of this channel, The Growing Pro, is to break it down and simplify things for you so that you can make money with your craft without having to worry about, whoa, wait, I just watched a new YouTube video and he just said I should buy this instead. Wait a second, hold on. Wait, this just came out. Should I save up another $1,000 for that? I don't know. I mean, so much bullshit. There's just so much BS in this industry. I love this camera right now that I'm shooting with, which is the Fujifilm XH1. I love this camera to death, and I love the quality. And every client that has ever been presented with a project from the XH1 has been ecstatic, more than happy. I love to death my GH5. Love this to death. And still, in 2025, I'm told, get a better product or image than a lot of other people do with an FX6, or I've seen some pretty crappy ARRI Alexa work, to be honest with you. I mean, everybody's got a red camera. I got this camera here shortly after it came out when I was getting rid of the C100 Mark IIs that we were using and thinking I'll go red, but I ended up going with C200s and I couldn't have been happier, much happier. I just was not happy with the red process, the layout. So I want things to be easy and simplified. And frankly, the menu system, the layout, everything about the GH5 is intuitive. It's beautiful. The Panasonic XLR1 with 2 XLR inputs. So much control. You guys know I love my SLR Magic lenses. If you've seen any of my videos, I rave about SLR Magic lenses. There's 2 right here. I've got the 12mm on the GH5 and the 25mm on the GH6. I want all of them. SLR Magic, please. I hope you see one of our videos one day because I'm your biggest fan. I love SLR Magic lenses. What time is it? All right, I have a meeting in 10 minutes. I think that YouTube has not only convoluted the world of art, but it has confused so many hopeful and would-be artists where they spend so much time consuming and debating and wondering and questioning and saying, oh man, what should I do about this? That artist never gets to create and become the artist that's within. There's so many options. It's a great thing. There's something for everyone. But at some point you have to say to yourself, am I happy enough with what I have? I could get rid of everything I own, all of the camera rigs that I own, which are quite a few, and I just enjoy camera rigs, and I could be happy with just the GH5. Doing everything I need to do except for photography. I can't use a GH5 for photography. Absolutely not. But all my video needs can be met with a GH5. Content creation, gorgeous work. Vlog, easy to grade. Yes, it's Vlog Lite. It just makes it easier. No, you don't get the depth of full Vlog. But Vlog Lite is just easy to use. I will say there's only 2 things that the GH5 lacks that the GH6 has that I wish the GH5 had. Number 1, a front tally light. I see no reason why Panasonic didn't make that little light there a front tally light. And number 2, the screen. I'm not a flippy outy screen guy. It's great for vlogging, yes, but the GH6 has my favorite screen of all time. A full flippy outy, fully articulating, but also a beautiful tilt screen. And no matter what I'm doing, The GH6 gives me full control over everything. Now, I know I just went from the GH5 to the GH6, but as a professional audio engineer in the music industry for over 20 years, the audio controls that the GH6 offers are absolutely 10 steps up from the audio control we get from the GH5. Not only that, but at least the preamps, if you need to use them internally within the GH6, are better than the internal preamps of the GH5. But I still never use them. I always use external preamps. I told you guys this 1,000 times. This right here, I forget what year it was released. This is the old one, the original one, the Beachtek DXA Micro Pro that's powered by a 9-volt. We are currently using this exact same thing, but chargeable and run off of a USB-A, actually. USB Type B. Well, the one in between, you know, the predecessor to the C. And it charges and probably holds, they claim it holds 10 hours worth of a charge, but it holds a very long charge. And I think that the preamps in the Plus as well as the Max have been slightly improved upon from the original DXA Micro Pro. I do feel that they are a little stronger as well as a little fuller. I wouldn't say brighter, but there's a crisp sound to the preamps, to the Plus and the Max, that you don't get from the original Pro. These, I think, right now, for the original, if you want to just go with original 9-volt, save as many of your pennies as you can buy this on eBay for $25. I've seen them. And it has 2 cold shoe mounts there, which I use for our wireless transmitters. I can't say enough good things about Beachtek. I've reached out to them a number of times. I know my assistant has as well. We'd love to work with Beachtek as well. But this is a new channel. I understand, you know, we are just getting started. So friends, help us grow this channel. And then I know Beachtek will be then willing to work with us lowly YouTubers. The sad part is that my experience is what matters. And 20 plus years of experience within the music industry and the entertainment industry as a whole and in the arts. And I've been painting since I was 8 years old. I've been singing since I was 6 or 7. My mother was a pro opera singer. I've been immersed in the entertainment industry my entire life. And so just taking it all in and what I've learned and the experiences that I have been blessed to have, that is where there is value to be found. Not in a new YouTube channel that grew to 1 million subscribers because they're really good at reviewing something. Now, I will say, I'm not talking about Gerald Undone because a guy like him brings so much value to the table. The way that Gerald Undone reviews a piece of tech blows my mind. That is value. There is value in what Gerald Undone presents to you as a community. Myself as well. There is value in what a guy like Mark Bone, and I always talk about Mark Bone because I love his work. And I also love the way that he approaches things. There's value to be had there. Stop wasting your time watching the same YouTubers review the same piece of equipment that wrote down the same specs from the same spec sheet from the last YouTube video that they just watched, and they have absolutely no value to add to your life, nor your career. So get out there, find what works for you, and perfect it. That's the whole point. That's why I went back to the GH5. That's why I got rid of our Canon C200s, even though I loved them to death. I wanted to go back to where I started my film journey on Micro Four Thirds, and I wanted to perfect the GH5 to the best of my ability. And I'm still learning it. I'm still finding things that I'm using better each day. Like the fact that this thing has this IS boost mode which essentially acts like a tripod. If Panasonic didn't already have the best stabilization in the industry, IS Boost blows my mind because I'm a shaky guy. I'm a shaky shooter. That's why I don't need a running gun to have IBIS, because no matter what, I'm going to be shaky. I have so much nerve damage down this arm. I have taken a lot of abuse to this side of my body. And I have a spinal fusion. So I've got 3 cameras here on the table that all do essentially the same thing for me in video. They just do it in different ways. But if I had to get rid of the 2 most expensive ones or the more expensive ones and just go with a GH5, I know, number 1, I could be just as successful. And number 2, I'd be just as happy. So that's my point to you, friends. But get what you can get and master it, because that is where you will become an artist. When you master what you have. Not when you get the next best camera that happens to be better than the last one that you didn't even master. That's not going to make you an artist. This GH5 with this gorgeous rig right here and these amazing SLR magic lenses that give me the image I love, that makes me feel like an artist. That drives me to be more creative in the way that I approach things. And I think that's really the point that I want to drive home to you guys watching around the world. Because there's people out there that don't have the money for the latest and the greatest or the next best thing. And I want you to know you don't need it. I've seen some pretty killer material shot with an iPhone. Material that beats out stuff that's been shot with cinema quality cameras. Because it's the artist behind the instrument, behind the tool, behind the gear that creates the art, not the gear. So friends, go create and go turn your passions and your purpose into money. Because essentially that's what it comes down to. Is we all want to get paid to do what we love. So go and get paid to do what you love by mastering what you have. I'll catch you next video.
Let's deal.